Hello lovelies, this is Jamie Lola Tallulah, Poet Spice, and I am here to do a flip through of the issue 41 of the Tattered Lace magazine. Actually, pretty soon here, the next one is supposed to be released and we should be getting that one, issue 42, so I'll be doing that one as well too. You will see that the free die is this puzzle piece die, which is kind of interesting because I have 3 others of their puzzle piece dies, and so this was kind of cool to get. Although I wish I had gotten this before I paid for the other one, which I still have not used. Anyway, you know how that is. So here's the magazine, issue 41. Let's get started. And I give you the same caution. My magazine has been out for a month now, but when you first open the package, if you have any sensitivities to smell or inks, like I'm allergic to newspaper ink and a lot of inks in magazines, so I don't, that's one reason why I don't look at them a lot. So definitely give your magazine time to air out. You can see some of the projects that they do. There's 6 projects using the puzzle piece die, which is pretty cool. I think they are interesting, so that's pretty fun. Here's some, this one, I guess my tripod's in a weird, I'm not my tripod, but my camera stand is in a weird position today. So there's that. At the beginning, of course, they always have the inches and centimeters conversion. I have this die set. They show you some projects with that. And that's one thing I like about this magazine as well. They show you some upcoming projects and they show you past projects that you can, you know, for dies and stuff, so that you have an old die, you can use it. They also do this here, which is the cut-alongs, so you can take the die that you have, cut it up, and get different elements as you go. Now, here's another tip. If you're using a die, I'm going to give you for this, and see how they have you cut out this whole panel just to get these 2 corners? Don't waste your paper. Like, if you know you're not going to use this, don't waste your paper. Just put a scrap over the part of the die that you want to use. So let me give you a demonstration. If this is the die I have, and I don't want this whole die, and I only want to use, say, that piece, I should not go ahead and put a whole piece of paper on here because I'm wasting that paper. Now, obviously, if you're going to use it on something else, you can, but if you know you're not going for that. So if I only want this piece right here because I like this particular shape, it makes no sense to use a whole piece of paper and cut it and cut out all these pieces that I'm just going to waste. Now, you can save them for later, but if you're like me, you cut stuff and you know you're not going to use it later, or it'll be 20 years later, so then you have all of these bits. Instead, if I want this piece here, take a little scrap that fits that piece. Now, this is a little big, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm just going to rip this off. If I only want this piece here, just take a little scrap and cut that piece out. Don't worry about the rest of the die. Just cut the piece you want. Then you don't have these extra bits that you can't use for right now. So that's my tip on their tip. Alright, so you have this cherished carriage. And they give you that. Then they do another snip down. That's not what they call it, but that's what I'm going to call it. A snip down of what you can do. Same thing here. So they have these wheels. Why cut out the whole die and waste these pieces when you can just cut out the wheel parts? Just lay the piece of paper over that section. Okay, so then here's the Chevy Offset, which, by the way, if you're watching this, or relatively when it comes out, they have the Chevy Offset on the crafting.co.uk channel for a discount. Okay, they have some more stuff here. Prizes and giveaways that you can win even though you are in the USA. So you could win this, and they tell you what you need to do to win. Then, of course, they give you the papers on the inside, which are fabulous. And with the subscription, you get these on CD. Or, actually, it's not CD, it's a download. So those are lovely papers. Now, I do have a question. I'm starting to have a collection of these, the magazines, right? And so after a while, I pretty much don't look at the magazines anymore. I take out the paper and I take out the die, of course, but then actually instructions, I don't use them so much. So I'm just wondering if anybody would be interested in purchasing just the magazine in a D-stash. Not with the papers and not with the die, obviously, because I'll be using those, but just the magazines themselves. Because I don't need all of these. You know how some of them are, you're like, ooh, and this Chevy Offset tag, I love that tag, so I think I'm going to buy that set. I don't need to buy anything else, you guys, because I have been shopping too much. I already placed another set of orders. I have this die, and I cut it out. This one here, I love this. And I was going to color it up for the color collaboration recently. I did not do that, but I will color it up for you if you guys are interested in seeing that colored. Also, let me know if you want coloring tutorials or demos. Okay, then they do a little coloring here. So that's pretty cool. And then in the back, you always have the templates that they used. So there was a template for this. Then you have this information here. This was a past die, their past issues. And then this is what they have out. Ornamental vintage lace. So forth. They'll come on with this out. I'm curious to see what they'll have next. All right, so those are the flips. That's the flip through of this magazine, and I will see you later. Have a good day, and leave your comments or suggestions below. Leave nice comments, and if you're leaving comments on what should be different or whatever, make sure you're a regular subscriber and not just a troll. All right, I shall see you guys later. Thank you.